For today's video, I'll be presenting my answer with regards accordingly to the given task from a question in the subject of Introduction to Linguistics. These are the following questions. Question 1. How language contributes to human leverage advantage compared to other species? The contribution of language to humans that strengthens compared to other species are the fact that we can exchange a communication using our language from different community. This language is also our way of understanding a situation, a person with another person, a thing, an animals, and etc. That's why if we have the same idea from the historian professor stated how there could even be history without language. This stated the facts that without the language we know, how could we derive a situation just like understanding a history without our language? So this is the most abundant advantage than other species because we have never seen an animals having their conversation using a language. But I'm not saying they could not communicate. They also can communicate. But unlike us, we humans can communicate to each other using our language. And animals, they can communicate with their kind of ability. Question number 2. Differentiate the different properties of language from another. Modularity, constituency, recursion, discreetness, productivity, arbitrariness, reliance on context, and variability. First, I will discuss modularity. Modularity has different systems that have different roles, which it has kinds of modular systems, and these are the following: phonetics, phonology, morphology, syntax, lexicons, semantics, and discourse. This stores a lot of mental process that functions specifically to help us learn language. So, in other words, modularity has a lot of work to do in our brain to react every different system with different roles. Next is constituency. Constituency, an arrangement of units where you should not interchange the words of the sentence. This is a linguistic part of a larger sentence, phrase, or clause that composed of constituents or elements that gives language a balance of structure and flexibility. In short, this property of language should follow the arrangement of units. Next is recursion. In short, recursion is a production and expansion of units. This type of property in language is a way of expanding a sentence. Example, the word the girl. So it can be expanded into the girl with a pink bike. And again, it will be expanded into another word, the girl with a pink bike riding in the street. So more like this is a series of expansion or production. The next is discreetness. Discreetness defined as the range of sounds, meaning, and words that differs. Example, the word read, as in reading a text, and the word red, red as in color. So this has different sounds, different meaning, and they are different words. Next is productivity. Words. For example, the word bread. So in Bisaya, we call it pan. So that is the new word to generalize all kinds of bread. Next is arbitrariness. Arbitrariness. A symbol does not equate to meaning. This is a way of explaining shortly or called sound filters. Example, the word bag. So this word does not equate what kind of bag, either a shoulder bag or a handbag. So in short, this is called generalization. That is arbitrariness. Next is reliance. Reliance on context. Meanings matters on how to use. Disassociate between the sound and the meaning. Like example, saying I like you. So these words matters in a situation. Either a confession to a romantic relationship, or either saying it in a good manners only. The last one is variability. Lastly, variability. Variability, a language varieties and diversity. This is the most important and admirable property of language because it varies a language, and as we all know, we have different lot of language. That's why we need to be careful in pronouncing our language to in other community, because we don't know what could be the meaning of that word in other community. Example, the word bomba in Bisaya. So bomba in Bisaya, the meaning of it is a water pump, while in Tagalog, bomba is an explosive bomb. Question number 3. For this question, for me, this line, which I put myself as I agree, because as we all know that generation to generation truly change over a period of time. As time passes, many people adapted and created some new kind of words that differ themselves to other community. For stigmatizing status, I do not agree for now, even though we are aware of this, because this happens mostly in our generation. Observing such facts that happen today, those people perceive higher status look down up people stigmatized in a less powerful group. And I think I'm one of these people, like in a less powerful group, because many people defame most of the Bisaya because of how the way we deliver a message, or the way we talk. So that many so, other community thought that we are mad. So that's why each language does change differently, and that's I agree most.